Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. And as your wise man, I'm here to bestow upon you the wisdom that you're listening to Punk's Talk Wrestling.
1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to Punk's Talk Wrestling! On this episode, we continue our series of championship histories with a 13-year ride down to Florida as we talk about the history of the NXT Championship. I am R.W. Hellborn, the PA Rock Prince, hailing quote-unquote from Philly! And I am one half of the crowd, which is one half of your Punk's Talk Wrestling Inter-Universal Tag Team Podcast Champions of the world. Now, then, and forever by my side, 3,500 miles away in London, England, he is my tag team podcast partner. He is the other half of the crowd, which is the other half of your Punk's Talk Wrestling Inter-Universal Tag Team Podcast Champion of the world, Mr. Did You Know, Sir King of Reels, the Brother Brick, C.J. Newman!
Did you know that the NXT Championship has been around for 13 years? And that is longer than the European Championship, the Light Heavyweight Championship, and the Hardcore Championship combined.
What? Say what?
You okay?
Yeah, sorry, I kind of fell off there at the end. Whew.
Did you know that the NXT Championship has been around for 13 years?
Yes.
But it's been around longer than combined the Light Heavyweight Championship, the European Championship, and the Hardcore Championship.
No, I didn't. I didn't know that.
The Light Heavyweight Championship was only around for 4 years. European Championship was only around for 5 years. And the fucking Hardcore Championship was only around for 3 years.
Nice.
And when you look back, you'd think that these championships were around for a really long time, but they just really fucking weren't.
No, not really. That's
ECW Championship. The WWE ECW Championship was only around for 3 years.
That will certainly be included in our history of the ECW Championship, which is going to, of course, be a future episode. Because it's not this episode. That's not the championship we're talking about today.
Get this. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the one that they got from WCW, the big gold belt, which was reintroduced to Triple H in 2002.
Yes, but not the one that is currently held by Seth Rollins. The current World Heavyweight Championship does not have the lineage of the big gold belt from WCW. No matter what that guy on Threads says.
That was used from 2002. The NXT Championship's now been around longer than that championship has. Because that was only around for 11 years. This has been around for 13.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. People also forget that WCW was only around for 12 years, 11 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Beatles were only around for 8 years.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that
that's
wild?
like fucking Nirvana. Nirvana are around for like, what? Fucking 6 years?
Yeah, 6 or 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit goes by fast.
How crazy is that, huh?
Shit goes by fast, man. You gotta appreciate things while you got them, while you're here, because, the 24/7 championship only lasted like 12.
Two, I think.
Probably not even. I would think that was 18 months. That would be.
I would tell you.
That'd be interesting. Let's round up all of the other random WWE titles that had like short lineages. We should do.
Yeah.
Well, that's another one we could do. We've got so many. There's so many titles we can do lineages for.
There's so many of these championship episodes that we can do.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing one today. And we're doing the history of the NXT Championship.
How do you want to talk about that? Oh, you know what we didn't talk about?
Yeah.
You know what we didn't talk about before?
Shit.
We talked about before, after, which will come in after.
What's that?
How you doing, man? How you been doing? You talked about me earlier.
Oh, I'm doing good.
Good.
Work stuff is interesting. I'm not going to divulge into the podcast, but what I will go into, my band has got fucking 8 shows booked over the next fucking month.
You
so
do,
we
buddy.
are
Maudlin's
rolling in fucking shows.
Maudlin is rolling.
We're popping off right now, but hey, I'll fucking throw some dates
Yeah.
out. Here you go. How's about this coming Friday at the Elephant's Head in Camden? How about September 3rd, the Seabright Arms? How about September 11th at the Cavendish Arms? How about September 17th at the Old Dispensary? How about this 18th of September at the Victoria? How about the 21st of September at the Shackwell Arms?
Yeah.
And how about
it?
in October? It's actually a lot farther away, so it's not really 8, but still. How about Paper Dress Vintage on the 28th of October? We got loads of fucking dates. You come fucking see us sometime.
Dude,
we're pretty damn good.
That's rad. Speaking of how's about?
We've
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, we've been fucking. You know what's going on now, which is amazing. People are reaching out to us to book us. We're not even having to fucking book ourselves.
That's always a good position to be in.
That's some good shit right there.
That always feels good.
Yeah, that happened yesterday, and it felt damn good. So, but yeah, how's about we talk about the history of the blah 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 blah. How about we talk about the history of the NXT? I almost said ECW. How about we talk about the history of the NXT Championship?
Yeah. I'm getting my Icebreakers Ice Cube Spearmint gum down to the perfect softness and moistness for.
I just have a glass of apple juice.
I have a cup of coffee and water as well.
I guess it is the morning.
Yeah, for me it's the morning.
It's so damn fucking hot in this goddamn flat right now.
Yeah. How you guys still don't have air conditioning in the UK?
No way. The thing is, it's only been this hot, I'd say, in the last 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
Like we used to get hot summers, but it never used to get this hot. But now, every summer on a consistent basis. Let me see. Celsius. Celsius to Fahrenheit. So, it is currently 30. So it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, I mean that's.
But that's that's not crazy hot.
No.
But like, I mean, it has, in the last few years gotten up to 40, which is 104.
Oh yeah, that's hot.
That's hot.
That's hot. That's hot.
Yeah. But we don't get many 40-degree days, but we get a lot of, 36, 37 days.
Okay.
And, I
So
think
those are,
that's enough to constitute.
That's, low, mid-90s for us.
Right, yeah. So it's just fucking hot. And as a British person, you're not used to. And can I say, by the way.
You can.
I promise you.
Can say
I can. Because I will. Because I will. That's why.
Yeah.
I was, when were you here in the UK? What month was that?
August. That was August for Rebellion Fest.
So, right around this time, actually.
Yeah, everything centers around August for us.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I don't know what it is, but the UK is definitely it's a different heat, man.
Yeah,
it's just some muggy shit. It's just sweaty. It's clammy. I was out in
clammy is a good description.
Yeah, it's so fucking and like hold on, let me just figure this out. So when I was in Thailand, I think that's the hottest it got. It was 70. Oh, that's too high. Sorry, hold on, not 79. What were we
79 degrees
40.
Celsius. Yeah.
So it got up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit.
What? No way.
Yeah. It's 49 degrees
that
Celsius.
That can't be right. You would be dead.
No. So when I went to Dubai about a while ago, I can't remember what year, but the highest it got there was 55 degrees. It's 131 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's ridiculous. How did
Yeah.
anything?
That's the hottest heat I've ever felt.
Yeah. How is that even possible?
They literally tell you not to leave the hotel between midday and 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you're not used to it, you're gonna like fucking dehydrate.
You're gonna dehydrate,
shrivel up like a raisin.
Heat stroke immediately.
Yeah, exactly. And but I will say that UK heat is just damp heat. And I live in the top floor. I feel like I've said this like a million times in this podcast. I live in the top floor of a tin roofed building. So my flat is like an oven.
Yeah, you're the convection portion.
Yeah. Heat rises and all that, and it can't rise any further than this fucking flat.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Air conditioning, man.
Yeah, well, that's expensive.
Yeah.
And it's expensive.
Yeah.
But we got we got one of those Dyson fans though. They're great.
Oh yeah, those the bladeless ones.
Yeah, the ones that just kind of they blow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the cyclone things, whatever it is. Yeah,
they're like
those
weird
are pretty wild.
Oval shaped things. They're great.
Yeah.
So
and they're quiet too.
But they're so quiet. That's the thing I hate about fans. Fans are so loud, but
I mean, I don't
hell.
always mind that. Sometimes it's a nice white noise. But yeah, I mean it's not good for not good for like recording. You don't want to have loud ass fans blowing in the background.
I mean, the fans still too
1% podcast.
Yeah, but it's too loud I don't have it on right now because you definitely hear it. So I'm just gonna sweat this out for the next hour or so.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you?
Hey man,
when's your? How about you plug something here? When's your Riverside Odds show?
My Riverside Odds show is Saturday, August 30th. It's coming up rapidly. That's 2 weeks.
2 weeks away.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today. This is being recorded on Friday. It'll hopefully get up before the end of Friday as well. 2 weeks from tomorrow, Riverside Odds returns.
Yeah.
It is the 10th anniversary of our first album, Let the Mayhem Begin. We're releasing a 2 CD. Yeah, we're doing it on CD because we're old. It's old school. It's 2015. CDs are still a thing. We did a remastered and like remastered the original version just to clean it up a little bit, just give it a little extra care and sort of a
polish.
A little polish to it. So we're gonna release the new version on a CD with some old like unreleased like demo stuff, and there's a live album that we released on cassette tape back in 2016. Cool.
You know what you should call this little edition? You should call it "Let the Mayhem Continue."
We actually used that tag originally when we announced the show. Yeah.
Oh really?
But no, it's just going to be called "Let the Mayhem Begin 10th Anniversary Edition." Because I've always wanted to release a special edition, like an anniversary edition album, and so we did it just to do it. But yeah,
that's cool.
Very excited.
I like that.
It's the original. It's pretty much the original lineup, with the caveat that our original lead guitar player Dan is playing drums instead of playing guitar. So it's a 4-piece of me, Dan, Tim, and Maddie.
Sweet. Yeah, that's the lineup I No.
Yeah.
I think, anyway.
Yeah.
At least the lineup I saw, I think.
Yes. That would have been the lineup you saw.
Yeah.
And before that, literally the week leading up to that show, I'm going to be in the studio recording my own solo stuff as well. So it's going to be
amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy week. Which reminds me, I was going to bring it up off pod, but it's point. We're here now. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm not going to be available to record that week, so we should probably try to get 2 episodes in next week.
What next week? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, we'll get to that later, but I've got an idea.
Okay,
so don't worry.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, man. Other than that, me and Adriana's anniversary is coming up too. That's in 3 weeks. So
wow, how many years is that?
14 years. Yeah, I had to double check. Double check my maths. I don't know what. I know. What did we say? Our 2-year anniversary. What was that? Cotton, or something? Yeah. Cotton. Yeah. I don't know what 14-year anniversary.
Let me have a look. 14th wedding anniversary is Ivory.
Ivory. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So don't get killing any elephants for that.
No. I think I'll pass on that.
Yeah.
I think I'll
just pass. Yeah, just make a pass on this.
Yeah, I'll make a or I'll find something.
You know what you should do?
I'll find something.
Exchange photographs of WWE Hall of Famer.
Yes,
Ivory.
that's what I will. I'll just get her. Maybe Ivory does. What are those cameos? Maybe I can get a cameo from former WWE Women's Champion and WWE Hall of Fame. That would be brilliant.
I wonder if she's ever been asked to do that before on a 14th wedding anniversary.
I don't know, but that would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I think she'd get a crack out.
I think we should. Yeah, let me check. WWE Ivory cameo. Let's see. Does she? Lisa Moretti, known as WWE Ivory. Let's see. Nope, that doesn't help. Cameo. Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of people who have cameos.
I bet.
Eric Bugenhagen still has a cameo. Wow, wow. I don't know why he's listed. It's probably just still up here. I doubt that he's actively getting any wrestling cameos.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Maybe, but I mean, from what I understand, he doesn't care. I think we talked about that, didn't he? When he left, he just basically was they let me go, so I'm just gonna go do something else. And I'm like, oh, you didn't actually care about wrestling. You just saw it as a thing. Yeah, you
didn't really give a fuck.
You just saw it as a thing you could do because you were big and jacked and had a gimmick. Anyway, whatever. It was disappointing. Well, real quick, let's just run down a list of WWE featured cameos. We got Mick Foley, Sergeant Slaughter, Shayna Baszler, Ivy Nile, Indy Hartwell, Tony Chimmel. Referee Jessica Carr has a cameo.
Oh, interesting.
Lacey Lane, Donovan Dijak still has one.
Oh wow.
Who else? Not all of these are WWE. I guess they come up as WWE.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley have one.
Huh?
I'm not seeing one. Let's see.
I'm surprised Baron Corbin hasn't done anything since he left.
Yeah. I don't know what he's been doing. Well.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about Brian Corbin, Baron Corbin. We're gonna talk about Baron Corbin.
No, we're not.
We're not. We're not gonna talk.
He didn't win the NXT Championship.
We're not gonna talk about Baron Corbin today.
No, but we might. Maybe.
Baron Corbin's
probably not.
Baron Corbin hasn't won the NXT Championship, did?
No.
Oh shit! Fuck! What a overall travesty. Man,
Yeah.
He needs to come back to.
Yeah,
they need to bring Baron Corbin back.
He won the King of the Ring, won the Money in the Bank, he won the US title. I don't think he ever won the Intercontinental, but decent stuff.
Forget about
He never actually managed to cash in the Money in the Bank because he lost it. But,
that's right. Yeah. Forget about we want Cross. We still want Corbin. We still want Corbin back. Like why isn't
Bum-ass Corbin was my favorite Corbin, but that's
Oh god, bum-ass Corbin was great with the mustard stains or whatever stains on his shirt.
The growing out balding head and
when he let the gray in his beard that he just like
just really laid into that shit.
Oh, that's a dude that was a dude that knows how to reinvent himself within the confines of his character has a foundation. But he has the ability to use the situational storylines to alter it to a completely different thing. Yeah, but that's gotta be one of the most drastic. I'm the same guy, but completely different. Kind of character shifts between the lone wolf Baron Corbin. You had Happy Corbin, too. We had
Happy Corbin, we had King Corbin, we had Constable Corbin.
Oh God, there were so many. There were so many great. We need to do a top basically just a.
Yeah, we need to Baron Corbin retrospect.
Yeah, Baron Corbin appreciation episode. Maybe that's good. Maybe that'll be one of the ones we do next week. But anyway, we're not going to talk about him this week. We're done talking about Baron Corbin. He's going to get his whole own episode now.
Whole own episode.
Or you know what? Maybe I don't know if we could fill an entire episode just with Baron Corbin's different characters, but maybe we can build it into a bigger episode about character.
That's something to think about.
Yeah.
Character work.
Yeah.
There's got to be a lot of wrestlers out there with a lot of multiple characters.
There's got to be some. Yeah.
And he's one of them.
There's certainly.
That's definitely something to look into.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is another guy that has had multiple different. Although I will say.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll say Seth's personas are probably the most.
They're
close.
Subtle.
They're the most closely knit. None of them have really gone so far out of the realm of completely changing his identity in a way. He's always
no. I guess his the Monday Night Messiah was probably the most drastic change.
I would say that
career.
Yeah, that was probably the most.
But
audacious.
Let's not talk about this now because this is premium content for another episode.
But we will be talking about Seth Rollins because
but we will. He's definitely one person. Yeah.
Like we probably said in the intro that we'll record later, we're talking about the history of the NXT Championship.
That's right. So how's about we talk about the history of the NXT Championship?
I have no idea if that's going to be in the intro or if the other intro is going to be. We might have just introed the episode twice.
All right,
here we are.
So I love doing these episodes. You know what? Give me 2 seconds because I just really want to open my blind.
Okay. Well, while you do that, how about I give a little intro into the history of the belt design itself. Since we're...
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. You can hear me.
It's much brighter in here now.
It is usually brighter when you open
the belt design. I heard you. I've got an earbud in. So
okay, yeah. Because that was something I thought was interesting to note too. Because as we've done a lot of the histories of different titles, which we've done the WWE title, we've done the WCW Championship, we've done the TNA Championship.
We have. That's a twofer. I think most of our championship histories have been twofers.
No, that was a three-part. The TNA Championship was a three-part episode because of how diluted that was.
The championship history episodes, one, are like some of my favorites. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they really are.
And two,
they're just awesome.
They seem to be our most successful episodes as well. They seem to get the most listens every time.
And I think one of the reasons too is that we're not competing for current events. We're not competing with all of the other things that everyone else is talking about. This is just its own little pocket, and I love how we've done this in the past, and I know we're just finally getting back into the swing of regular recording again. But yeah, we've always sort of balanced between, we review the major PLEs, and then and we do a review of an old PLE that matches up with that month, and then these other episodes throughout the month are just the whatevers. But yeah, I agree. The history of a championship episodes are a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing more of them. I know we've talked about other ones to do.
We've always talked about doing the NWA Championship because that one's a mammoth.
Yeah, but we've got so many other options still. We've got other options still too now. With WWE acquiring AAA, we could certainly do a AAA championship reign.
I'd definitely be up for that.
We haven't done the ECW championship yet, have we?
We haven't.
I don't know why I keep thinking we have, but no, we have not. So that I feel like that's got to be next. The ECW's got to be next. But that's not today. That's not now. Now is NXT. The first championship that doesn't start from the NWA.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have any affiliation. It's
a
completely WWE originated championship.
Now, I don't know. This actually might be. I might have to go back further. I don't know if their previous territory, because they were in. This replaced FCW, Florida Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
I do not believe that Florida Championship Wrestling ever had any connection to the NWA.
It didn't. So the FCW is still going today. So it's not that championship just continued to carry on.
Yes, Florida Championship, because Florida Championship Wrestling was its own promotion that WWE and I guess this is part of the reason why we're going backwards in this, because this is part of it was WWE's developmental territory. They were using FCW from October 2007 until August 2012, just because we're on the page. And that.
Oh no! Well, actually, I'm looking now at FCW Heavyweight Championship. It does say August 2012, the championship was retired when FCW was closed down and WWE created NXT as the new farm territory.
Oh, so FCW. Okay.
So I guess
FCW is not currently.
It wasn't like that championship became the NXT. It's just they shut down NFC and started anew. So, but if you want to know, the last ever FCW champion was Richie Steamboat, which is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's son.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just looking back because before FCW, Ohio Valley Wrestling was the development. OVW was the developmental territory. And OVW was a NWA with OVW was part of an NWA member.
Yeah.
OVW was founded by Nightmare Danny Davis in 1993 as an NWA member promotion under the name NWA Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling. The show primarily ran shows in Kentucky
still,
and Indiana.
Yeah, OVW still exists now.
Yes,
that's I was getting that confused with the FCW.
Yes, and
OVW still exists.
That was the connection. Their previous developmental territory, which is where Randy Orton, John Cena, Brock Lesnar came from.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're not talking about OVW. We're not talking about FCW.
We're talking about NXT.
We're talking about NXT, the history of the NXT Championship.
That's right. So,
I think we as you were going over to open your blinds, I was about to talk about the title belt itself.
go ahead.
All right. So the original NXT Championship belt's design was simple. It was a large gold center plate shaped as the letter X with the small letters N and T to the left and right of the center. Belt contained 6 total side plates and on a large black strap, 3 sitting on either side of the center plate. Each side plate only featured the WWE logo. When it was first introduced, the side plates had the WWE scratch logo, but in August 2024, all of WWE's pre-existing championships at the time received a minor update, changing all the scratch logos to WWE's current logo that was originally used for the WWE Network that launched earlier that year in February. So right off the bat, we've got a belt design with a minor modification within 2 years. So that's one design, one design,
and
one
it's crazy to me that NXT existed during the scratch logo period,
right?
Because that doesn't seem right in my brain, but yeah, I guess it did.
Yeah. So that was the first, and I think we can all agree that I think that original belt was a little weird.
I didn't get why the X was so large.
I didn't get it.
It didn't make any sense.
It never made sense. Yeah, because it's not X anything. It's NXT.
No, the X doesn't symbolize anything. If it was the X Division Championship in TNA, sure,
it was.
This didn't signify anything.
I mean, they play and they still have it now. I mean, even to this day, the X. Now it's proper.
It's all. Yeah.
But even for a while, the second main belt design still had a giant X, and I never really understood it, other than they were playing on the X in Next, because NXT was NXT before it was a promotion, was a TV show, just like basically like Tough Enough. Basically like Tough Enough.
And it's kind of crazy that NXT, it's one of the only abbreviated 3-letter things in professional wrestling that actually doesn't
mean anything.
Stand for anything.
It doesn't stand for the World Wrestling Entertainment, Total Nonstop Action, Extreme Championship Wrestling, World Championship Wrestling, All Elite Wrestling. Yeah, it's the old New Japan Pro Wrestling. It may be the only one. Right?
Yeah.
It may be the only wrestling brand with 3 letters, where the letters aren't. What's the word when you make words into letters? Acronym. That's the word. I was just I was checking to make sure you knew it, and you did.
That's and I guess I did. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
you're right. Oh, geez. Coffee grounds at the bottom of my mug.
Ugh,
Yeah. Wake you up. During WrestleMania weekend in 2017, though, all existing NXT title belts at the time were redesigned. These new title belts were unveiled at TakeOver Orlando that same night, given to the winners of their respective matches. Like the previous designs, the plates were gold and on a black leather strap. That letter X again dominated the center plate, with smaller letters N and T sitting on the left and right sides, respectively. On the new design, however, the letters were on an octagonal-shaped plate. Above the X was the WWE logo, while below the X was a banner that read Champion. Simple ornamentation with some silver filled in the rest of the plate, coming in line with WWE's other championships. The new design included side plates with a removable center section that could be customized with the champion's logo. The default plates featuring the WWE logo. This is all, by the way, this information is courtesy of Wikipedia. Shout out to Wikipedia. Support Wikipedia. I'm reading it in an exaggerated manner because I'm an exaggerated guy, you know. Anyway, now this is the second iteration.
Yeah.
And now we've got removable side plates in NXT as well.
Got removable side plates. We had these little on the leather as well. Those little like stud round like things in the. I can't really describe what they are, but they look quite cool.
Yeah, I think
that was something quite new.
This is the replica NXT belt that I have currently in my possession, which is technically my son's, but he didn't take it with him to his apartment. He left it here, so it's now been, it's now mine again, essentially.
It's just yours.
It's mine again, essentially. Yeah. It's a good design. It was certainly, I liked this design better than the original. It looked.
I did. I liked it when it was unveiled. For sure.
It looks less toyish. Like that first belt kind of just looked like a toy to me.
Yeah. It does look. Yeah, but this one was cool.
Yeah,
and the next design was. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, you'll go into it.
I'm going to
Wasn't many changes in the next one. It was they added some color.
Yes, the next design on April 5th, 2022 episode of NXT, reigning champion Braun Breaker debuted the new belt design. It was largely similar to the previous version from 2017 to 2022, but the silver behind the logo was replaced by multicolored paint matching the NXT 2.0 color scheme. This was NXT 2.0, where we got the like the neon-y, like tie-dye, whatever, like paint color, rainbow color splatter, which I thought was cool. I thought was cool as a rebrand, as a complete rebranding of the.
I didn't mind it at all. I didn't like it on the championship. It just didn't look good.
No.
I just think championships look good with gold, silver, and if there's a globe on it, there should be a bit of blue. Like the map.
Yeah, like the current IC title.
Yeah, like the IC title. Yeah, but otherwise,
I really didn't mind it. I didn't mind it that much. It probably it didn't need it. It didn't need to happen, but they were going hard into that that color splattery bright.
Yeah, they really were going hard.
Yeah. And I liked that they went all in all around on it. They needed to definitively make a change in their visual presentation, which only lasted for about 2 years. The N and T on the center plates were updated. The font style was updated to the NXT 2.0 logo as well. The default side plates were also updated, replacing the WWE logo with NXT 2.0 logos. The new title retained the black leather strap. When NXT 2.0 went back to being called NXT in September of the same year, the default side plates were updated with just the new NXT logo. So that is now a technically a third design. I would say this is definitively a new design because even though it's largely the same, there was a color shift. The logo has changed, and the logo changed. All the side plates had been changed from what they were previously. Yeah. But this also still has, so this is a third belt with also a different variation. Both, all right. Now it's NXT's moved to the CW on October 1st of 2024, and the show got another new logo. As a result, both the men's and
which,
women's,
to be honest, looks like the original NXT logo.
which looks pretty much like the original NXT logo with just the letters all the same size. Yeah, it pretty much is. But the belts received an update once again on that same episode. They mostly have the same design as their respective previous versions, but with the CW era NXT logo on the center plate and side plates with more of a globe visible behind the logo on the center plate. The multicolored paint from the NXT 2.0 versions was also removed, and the plates are now primarily silver with a little bit of gold accents.
And I think this is the best one yet.
I would agree. Looking at this belt design, if you had unveiled this belt design in 2012, it would have been an awesome design, and I think you could have held this design permanently with only changing the color scheme. Like, even if they wanted to change the color scheme for the 2.0, they could have done it. But this is I would say this is a perfect championship title. It's simple.
It's a good looking championship, and also, besides the X, it's pretty much the same as the second iteration of the championship. It hasn't really changed much.
Yeah, it's not.
The X got smaller, and you could essentially see what was behind the X more.
Yeah.
So, but now with the X like the same size as the rest of the letters, it is just generally a much better championship.
Yeah, it looks
better looking.
It looks correct.
Yeah.
The X isn't what's dominating. Because the X never needed to be dominated because the X didn't mean anything.
Right.
So it only took them 12 years to get there. But they got there. 12 years. I love it. I love the current title design. I'm looking at that belt on the Wikipedia page, and underneath it, the photo of Seth Rollins, the inaugural NXT champion. And I'm looking at, spoiler alert for later in the episode. You could put that title on 2012 Seth Rollins, and it would look right. It would look good.
Yeah.
And that's how, so there you go. You could put that title belt on Kevin Owens right now, and it would look right. You could put that title belt on Aleister Black, and it would look good. So, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about him. Now that we've talked about the title belt itself.
All right. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
So, as you said earlier, NXT used to be a TV show, like a Tough Enough type thing, but it was done in front of a live crowd.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of seasons of that. The third season was announced, actually, and it was supposed to be Big E, Seth Rollins, Damian Sandow, Hunico, Bo Dallas, and Adam Rose as the season's rookies. But that never... third season. It was actually the sixth season of NXT under this original format. But that got cancelled before it ever aired, because then in the same year of 2012, it was decided that they were going to start this brand new brand. Triple H obviously taking the helm of that, which was kind of unprecedented for the time, because it was Vince McMahon giving complete creative control to someone else in the company.
Right.
So that was quite a big deal at the time. And we found ourselves with a brand new brand for up-and-coming developmental talent. So, going into that, NXT existed for a little while, and in June of 2012, they decided to crown in June they decided, and by August they crowned a brand new championship. So, really quickly take you through who is in this. There was an 8-man tournament that Dusty Rhodes, the original NXT general manager at the time, decided. 8 participants. It was Richie Steamboat, Leo Kruger, who we now know better as Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, Jinder Mahal, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, which, by the way, is before he got released. So Drew McIntyre was still in 3MB at the time,
Yeah.
which is crazy to think.
Yeah.
Justin Gabriel and Michael McGillicuddy, who we better know now as Curtis Axel.
Right.
So, and in the final, we had Jinder Mahal versus Seth Rollins for the inaugural NXT Championship. And as you just said a second ago, Seth Rollins would come out on top.
He would. Interesting to note, if you look back, Jinder Mahal won those matches via submission. What submission move was Jinder Mahal using?
He was using the I can't remember the name of it, but like a Cobra clutched kind of situation, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yes, I think it was. I think it was the Cobra Clutch.
Yeah. So so Seth Rollins would be him. That happened on July 26th, 2012. Although, and here we go with the many tape delays that we're going to mention in this fucking episode, like we do every time. This was actually aired on August 29th, where the match aired on tape delay, obviously.
Yes, because this
and we'll probably get a lot of that at the start of NXT, because NXT wasn't live for a very long time.
Right, yeah, this was just being taped. I mean, it was development. It was purely their developmental territory.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, where are we? So Seth Rollins holds on to that championship for 133 days and is defeated in a no disqualification match in a normal episode of NXT at Winter Park in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. It does actually say the arena. I presume this is the original NXT arena, but I can't remember the name of... Full Sail University.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yep, yeah, this is all coming from Full Sail. Yep.
Yeah. Full Sail University, yeah. So, yeah, this is for the foreseeable. It's kind of this venue. Biggie Langston defeats Seth Rollins in a no disqualification match.
Yes.
Once again, recognizes the beginning of this title reign at January 9th, 2013, but it was aired on tape delay. Actually happened on December 6th.
Where were they airing this?
On the WWE network.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I believe, anyway. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. Although I do remember it airing. I do remember NXT airing on Sky Sports back in 2012. I do remember that.
Okay.
So
well, that would. I mean, for you guys, yeah.
Too.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that it was available anywhere other than WWE Network for us.
Yeah.
This was This was when Biggie was. I believe this was when Biggie was doing the 5 count thing, right?
It was, yeah. This is the 5 count era of Biggie, which I love the gimmick, by the way, and the theme song he had. The theme song he had.
Oh yeah, that original his solo theme was great.
Up next, May 23rd, 2013, Bo Dallas, who we now know as Uncle Howdy, again won the championship on June 12th. Won the championship on May 23rd. Aired on June 12th, 2013. Once again at Full Sail University. Third reign in, longest reign yet, 260 days. 280 days if you go by his actual days.
Right,
not
but it's
recognized
as 200. That's one of those interesting facets of professional wrestling was the way that the championships are recognized based on when it aired, not necessarily when it happened, because so much was, the importance was put on the television programming because that's when everyone saw it.
Yeah.
And it's just so interesting that they've actually it's a caveat to all of these things that aren't happening live, that it's like it really happened to this day, but it's recognized as this date. And it's just a weird thing that only happens in professional wrestling. Like nowhere this doesn't happen in boxing because a boxing match happened and they didn't air the match until days later.
I think it's because obviously wrestling being obviously scripted. It's more of it is a script. It's a TV show,
right?
So it has to go by how it aired, not by how it happened, I guess.
Right, and and because they don't specifically say on those programmings, taped on such and such a day. It's just such a weird thing that it's only WWE. I mean,
yeah.
No, that's not true because they've done that. NWA has done that. I think ECW has also done that too. But it's a professional wrestling thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Bo Dallas is actually the youngest champion of all time, even to this day. He won the championship 2 days before his 23rd birthday. Yeah. Although WWE recognizes it as 18 days after his 23rd birthday due to the tape delay.
But still the youngest.
But regardless, still the youngest. 22, 23 years old. Then we had Adrian Neville versus Bo Dallas at the first ever NXT pay-per-view, which is called Arrival.
Yeah, February 27th, 2014.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a whim. Yes, I'm right. I just checked. This is WWE's first ever live professional wrestling event that was ever streamed on the WWE network.
Oh, so that's right.
This was like a big kind of test before they obviously went to actually... I think that after that, it was WrestleMania 30.
It was WrestleMania.
The third. Yeah. So this is the first thing they ever put live on the network. So it's kind of a little dummy run, but to make sure, I guess, everything worked out. So this is a ladder match. I still kind of vaguely remember this match, which Adrian Neville got the win.
Yeah.
And this was being live. There's no tape delay, even though on the chart here it says recognized day is 286, actual day is 287. So I'm not really sure why, but
curious. That's an odd discrepancy there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's all about.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
but what I am sure of,
moving on from there, we go to the introduction of Sami Zayn.
Takeover
December 11th,
Our Revolution.
Yeah, Our Revolution.
Our Revolution. What?
Revolution.
Revolution. I don't know why they were. Oh, because it's evolution, but it's revolution. It's a revolution.
That's right.
It's the evolution of a revolution, or it's a revolution.
It's their evolution as well.
It's their evolution into a revolution, into a takeover.
That's right.
Takeover,
and it's funny because
the way they spell it.
That's takeover. That's takeover our evolution.
Our space
but
evolution.
Then, so the event after Arrival was called Takeover.
Yes.
And then after Takeover, every event after that was called
Takeover something.
Takeover something, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Takeover Our Evolution, Takeover Fatal 4-Way, Takeover Rival.
Takeover Brooklyn 2.
Yeah, and then eventually they just started to call it. They stopped giving them names and just went straight to the
Wait a second.
where they were. Sami Zayn, December 11th, 2014. Still in Full Sail University.
Yeah.
And it was Sami Zayn versus Adrian Neville. This was a title versus career match. Which, if Zayn had lost, he would have to voluntarily quit the WWE.
But he didn't lose, so he didn't have to voluntarily quit.
He won.
He won, and he got congratulated by his best friend Kevin Owens, who just signed to NXT. This event happened on my birthday as well, by the way, December 11th.
Oh yeah, look at that.
This was
obviously the same night was Kevin Owens' debut. He debuted against CJ Parker in the very first match.
That's right, and then immediately turned on Sami Zayn and powerbombed him into the ring apron. It was shocking. It was dastardly. It immediately.
If anyone knew their history, they obviously know that they're big rivals and obviously best friends.
Right.
But I think everyone thought that they would kind of hold off for a while to give us that rivalry, but they just kind of gave it to us
immediately
instead. So
yeah.
So that was great.
And that's the last time Sami Zayn's ever been a world champion.
Oh, a heavyweight champion of any description. It was crazy. That was 11 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, he was only champion for 62 days.
62 days, because a few months later, Kevin Owens and him would face each other on February 11th, 2015.
Literally 2 months later.
For the NXT Championship.
Takeover rival.
Owens won when the referee decided that Sami Zayn was unable to compete.
Yeah, he just beat him senseless. Also, if you look,
he beat the crap out
of
him.
Look at the logo for NXT Takeover Rival. It is the NXT logo.
Very good.
Is covering the AR of our rival.
Yeah, from a rival.
Now it's just rival.
Right,
that's pretty clever. Like, this is, I do like that they're doing this cleverness stuff. I mean, the R Evolution thing was, it's a stretch. It's a stretch, but it's right there. You know.
Yeah.
Rival. That's cool. That's pretty cool.
It's great because as we go through this, we're slowly being introduced to like these wrestlers for the first time, not only in NXT but in WWE in general.
Yeah.
Because coming up next we have Finn Balor.
Yeah, which is very which is weird because of where it happened.
Yeah. So they obviously did this on purpose. Obviously, Finn Balor had a big following in Japan.
Yes.
He literally had just come from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
He had.
Kevin Owens held the championship for 143 days, or recognized as 142. This happened at the Beast in the East. So this is the first ever time that a NXT championship was defended on a WWE program.
Right. It was it was not an NXT specific event. So so this is the first time. This is also they made some. This is a big. This was the first Saturday event that they did.
Yeah.
From the Ryogoku Kogu Kurgigan Sumiti in Tokyo, Japan.
Good job. I totally know what that is.
It's the Ryogoku Kokugikan Sumiti in Tokyo, Japan.
This was it's weird, this one, because this was actually like a glorified house show. It wasn't really a proper show, if you can remember.
No, it was stripped down. It was a little more stripped down.
Very stripped down.
Yeah, it wasn't a typical WWE event in any regards. This was live broadcast WWE Network and J Sports carried the event in Japan.
Yeah. Because we had Brock Lesnar versus we had Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston at this event, and that was just for fun. There was nothing leading into it. And we also had Dolph Ziggler and John Cena versus Kane and King Barrett in the main event, which again I don't think had any consequence.
No, yeah, this was just I believe this was Brock Lesnar's first appearance in Japan.
Yeah, they kind of promoted it around him.
Yeah, I mean it's literally
So up until this point, Finn Balor is the longest reigning NXT champion of all time, 292 days. He held that championship, so not too far off of a year. So April 21st, 2016, the year after, we had Samoa Joe, and I remember this. So Samoa Joe would face Finn Balor at a house show in Lowell, Massachusetts. I presume Lowell is how it's pronounced.
Lowell,
okay,
Massachusetts.
Cool. And that's this was a house show, non-televised, and Samoa Joe would defeat Finn Balor for the NXT Championship.
Yeah. Yes, it would.
And it'd be the first time WWE had done this in fucking years. They don't normally pull shit.
Right.
Like
that they had a championship change on a house show.
on a non-televised event. Yeah. And obviously
every once in a while you got to do it every once in a while to make to remind people that anything could happen in the WWE, even at live events.
Yeah, and that was one of those moments for sure.
It was one of those moments for sure.
But yeah, so you held that championship for 121 days. And then that's when we had Shinsuke Nakamura come in, and that was at the TakeOver Brooklyn 2 in obviously Brooklyn on August 20th, 2016. He would defeat Samoa Joe, and
think about that. This was 9 years. Just think about this. This is 9 years ago. This would have been SummerSlam weekend, 2016. Yeah. But this is 9 years ago, and we're talking about Shinsuke Nakamura versus Samoa Joe for an NXT Championship. That's just it's just fantastic to think about.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's crazy to see
that match.
You know
that match is definitely that match is definitely one worth going back and checking out.
Oh, there's so many matches in this history here that are worth going back to watch. I mean, it's bringing a lot of memories back, actually.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. From so far in this list, vast majority of these people are still in the WWE. Permitting Adrian Neville and Samoa Joe. And that's it. They're the only two people that aren't still with the WWE. And as we continue, we'll see that trend to continue, I think.
Yeah.
As well.
Remember, I was just thinking, it's bringing back a lot of memories. Remember when we were, during the pandemic, when we were just binge watching NXT,
shit, you're right.
NXT
We've literally watched a good majority of these together. Yeah, we have.
We would just sit and watch them together. Like
yeah, I was waking up at like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning or some shit.
Before we even thought about doing the podcast. Before it was also because the Comedians of Wrestling podcast had kind of stopped during that time too, and we were just filling up time, killing time. Man, I wish I would remember where we left off. I remember the reason we stopped. One of the issues was when they switched something with the WWE Network, right? And then it was so hard for us to get not all. Oh, right.
I think so. I think the last one we watched was potentially NXT TakeOver 25. What was the reason? It was Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. That feel like that's where we left off.
Was this when they switched to? Was this when the Peacock thing switched? Has it been that long?
Oh no, this is 2019. So it was before.
I don't know, but I distinctly remember something happening where like you were getting a different. You and I would always be off time. And then you would get like different cuts, and I would get commercials where you wouldn't have them.
You're right.
I
can't remember.
Something was going on between the feeds, and it just became a lot more difficult to watch together.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so Samoa Joe would be defeated by Shinsuke Nakamura, Brooklyn, New York, Brooklyn TakeOver, Brooklyn 2. Who'd hold that championship for 91 days, and then. November 19th, 2016, Samoa Joe would just defeat him again. And
just take it back.
Take over Toronto and then take it back. Yeah. And
they should have called it Take Over, Take It Back.
Take Over, Take It Back, yeah. You'd only hold that championship for 14
or
days, recognized 13
14
days.
or 13 days. Yeah.
I don't understand that. There's literally no explanation as to why that's different because... These are live televised events.
The only thing I could think of is that one is looking at the individual days, whereas like the day they won the championship as day one, and the day they lost it as a separate day, whereas the one that's 13 days is the 24-hour cycle of. From the moment you won the title, 24 hours after that title is one day. That's the only.
I guess so.
That's
the only way I can think of it being a thing.
Yeah. But then 13 or 14 days later, we've got Shinsuke Nakamura taking it back again at an
That's
NXT
right.
event
So Samoa
in
Joe,
Osaka.
Well, but before we get there, Samoa Joe
before we get there.
was the first ever 2-time NXT champion. Never happened before, so we should definitely mention that. But then Shinsuke Nakamura became the second ever 2-time NXT champion.
Samoa Joe,
2 weeks later.
By the way, Samoa Joe, the only Samoan wrestler not in the all-encompassing bloodline.
In the bloodline, you're right. So second time as well that the NXT Championship has changed hands in Japan. One time in Tokyo, one time in Osaka.
Yeah, the only other country in which the NXT
Canada.
Championship has, except for Canada, the only country outside of North America. Has NXT gone? Has NXT even gone anywhere in Europe?
NXT. I saw them in London.
Did they? Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I don't think the title changed hands. We'll find out.
Right, yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura would hold that championship for 56 days, recognized and normal.
Yeah, recognized and days.
And then he would be defeated by the glorious Bobby Roode. January 28th, 2017 TakeOver.
God,
San Antonio.
That was the best. That may be one of the greatest intros.
What a great entrance, great entrance theme, great gimmick, great attire, the robe.
Yeah, and when I mean and I mean by when you think of the entrance as it pairs with the character, top 5. Like
it's up there.
Yeah.
It is, and it's so sad, so fucking sad. Two things. It's so sad.
I miss.
One obviously being the fact that his career is obviously over, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But two, that he just didn't get a fair enough shake on the main roster.
No.
He was main roster material.
He should have. Yeah.
He should have had more.
He should have definitely had.
I think if he was in the modern day WWE ran by Triple H, he'd be getting a lot more opportunity.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but.
Yep.
From what I can see, he's an incredible producer.
Oh, for
now,
sure.
So we're still picking his brain for his wrestling knowledge. So that's great.
But 203 days, recognized as 202 days later, here comes Drew McIntyre.
Returning Drew McIntyre. So the man who was in the original 8-man tournament back in 2012, here he is 5 years later. TakeOver Brooklyn 3, which I believe is the one we were at.
No, we were at the next.
No, we were the year after.
We were the year after 2018.
God damn it. Yeah. Cool. All right. Fair enough.
No, it just happened to be in Brooklyn again.
Yeah. TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Where the fuck am I? Drew McIntyre. Yeah, we defeat Bobby Roode. I remember this actually quite well because that's the same night, I believe. It might be. Let me check. It might be the same night that Adam Cole debuted. Yeah, it was. Adam Cole making his debut attacked Drew McIntyre along with Redragon and performed a super kick on McIntyre. Cole hoisted the NXT Championship as the event ended. Yeah, that was the end of that TakeOver 3, Brooklyn 3.
It was.
Yeah, which is weird because then it goes on and Adam Cole doesn't seemingly face Drew McIntyre for the championship because at the next TakeOver, we got Andrade Cien Almas.
Well, he might have faced him for it and lost. I don't know all this. We're definitely skipping over a big portion of the story.
A bunch of title defenses.
Going
for
yeah,
sure, yeah.
But
Andrade Cien Almas would then defeat Drew McIntyre. Obviously, again, the last time. Andrade would see a world championship around his waist.
Why?
In WWE or AEW.
Why is the CN in Andrade Cien Almas in parentheses? Or in quotation
I guess it's like
marks?
Macho Man Randy Savage,
is
right?
Cien the Macho Man?
Yeah, Cien is the Macho Man because Cien means 100.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right, the 100. Okay, Andrade 100 Almas.
Yeah.
I never knew that. There you go.
How did you not know that?
I didn't know that. I don't know Spanish.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I do not know Spanish.
He would hold the championship for 140 recognized 139 days, and here comes Aleister Black. It's kind of funny how it works in NXT. It doesn't work like that now, which I'm kind of glad, but it's when a new top star debuts, they normally just win the championship.
Yeah. That has...
and that actually kind of ends in a second. So Aleister Black would hold that. He would run that championship at TakeOver New Orleans in April 7th, 2018. Only hold it for days. Again, this is weird. It's a live event, aired live. Days 102, recognized 108.
Yeah, that's a weird gap.
That's a weird one. I don't know why that's different. Anyway, I tend to not believe.
Well, here's the weird thing, because it's recognized as longer because the next one was at an NXT live event. That aired later. That technically aired later. So in this instance, he gained days on his reign because the next one didn't air until later. Interesting.
Yeah.
Which is
cool. But this would signify one of the first times where they've had someone that has been in NXT for quite a long time win the championship. Everyone up at this point, I think you would definitely say they've won the championship after just debuting in NXT. So Tommaso Ciampa had been in NXT for quite some time. He had obviously tagged with Johnny Gargano and everything like that.
Right.
So
this is after the This is after the breakup, right?
Yeah, this is long after the break. Yeah, long after the breakup, because we saw Ciampa versus Gargano at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4 in 2018, which is during this title run.
Right. Yeah. So this is after. Yeah, this is after the. They lost. It was War Games, right? Was it after War Games they?
No, they had a ladder match, a tag ladder match, and that's when he turned on. And I believe it was the. It could have been TakeOver Brooklyn.
Right, they lost the. They lost the ladder match.
Yeah, they lost the ladder match, lost the tag team championships, and that's when Ciampa turned.
Yeah.
At
the end of the ramp.
Yeah, so he would hold that championship for 238.
God damn, what a good turn too. Like that's another one. I know, sorry to interrupt, but
that's a brilliant one of the better turns.
I think that might be a new top 12.
Oh, I think we've already done that.
Did we? Did we do top 12 heel turns?
Yeah, we've already done a top 12 heel turn.
Oh, but did we? Oh yeah, okay, we did.
Yeah.
What episode was that?
We did. Fuck, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
If you didn't know, this podcast has been around for 2 years and 1 week.
Yeah, if you are new to the podcast and you welcome. Yes.
Welcome to 2 years and 1 week in.
Yeah. Oh.
Just getting better. Tommaso Ciampa.
That's debatable.
Would be the first time in NXT Championship history that the championship would have to be vacated due to requiring neck surgery.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's right.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
So then Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole would face each other in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the vacant championship at TakeOver New York, which is, I guess they just didn't want to name it number 5 because it's, again, still in Brooklyn. Yeah, it's still in the Barclays Center.
Yeah, they've just started. It's just take over the city that they're in.
Yeah, exactly. So, he would Johnny Gargano would then defeat Adam Cole. So Adam Cole's still not getting hold of the NXT Championship, which I enjoy because it doesn't mean everyone that debuts in NXT is going to win the championship anymore, which is nice. Although that kind of continues in a second, but we'll get there.
I think Bradley and I went to this one as well.
I think you did because I feel like the poster is up somewhere.
Yeah, I do have. I was like, I know that. I know I went to that one too. I have the poster for that.
Yeah,
one.
that poster.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Adam Cole would get the championship June 1st, 2019, TakeOver 25.
Yeah, see that makes sense to. That's a big number, but it's also funny because it's very UFC of them, because they were all takeovers. The event was called TakeOver, and whatever the location was.
They were just numbering them as they went. Yeah, basically. This would be the last.
But very UFC. I mean, very UFC of them, because it's like that's what UFC did. It's just UFC.
That's what UFC did. Each event is
because they have this is the 25th takeover. NXT's only been around for 7 years.
Right. Exactly. TakeOver 25. This would be the last time that the championship would change hands in front of a live audience for quite some time, because this was the last one before the pandemic.
Right.
But this would also be recognized as the longest championship reign, I think. I just need to double check, but I think of all time. Yeah, it is. So this is the longest NXT championship reign of all time. So that is 396 days.
Recognized.
Or days recognized, 403. So 403 day title reign from Adam Cole, who would then finally be defeated by Keith Lee in what would be a winner-takes-all match. So Keith Lee was the newly crowned NXT North American champion, and they would do a winner-takes-all match at NXT The Great American Bash Night 2, because I guess that was a two-night event.
Yes, they were doing. So that was, they were doing like a 2-part. I don't know whether it was tape delay or they just split it up. But it was their normal. It was the normal weekly airing of NXT. They just titled it The Great American Bash Night 1 and Night 2, which, hey, once again. Previewing, I guess they had already done this for WrestleMania that year. The pandemic WrestleMania was that year. So that was the first time of WrestleMania. Yeah. So they're already pushing the ideas of like Night 1, Night 2 in other areas. Of NXT.
Yeah, it might be the only 2-day NXT event as well. I can't recall there. Oh wait, actually, there's another one further down.
Stand and Deliver.
Yeah. So Keith Lee would only hold this championship for a recognized 44 days, real life 52 days.
He would get
because he would be defeated by Karrion Kross.
Hashtag we want Kross.
TakeOver 30. Hashtag we want motherfucking
Hashtag
Kross.
we want Kross. That's a whole other wild story. That's
a whole other
I don't even there's no point in us even going and talking about the Karrion Kross situation right now.
I feel like everything has already been said in the last week by every fucking wrestling media outlet.
And you there's only two ways to look at it. Either it is exactly what it is. They let it expire they didn't let it expire according to him. Well, I guess we are going to get into it for a minute. Let's just get into it. Let's get into it for like 2 minutes.
All right.
So I don't know if you listen to the Ariel Helvani.
I've watched a few. I've watched a little bit.
Okay.
Of it, yeah.
So, Karrion Kross, right? Kevin is his real government name. Yeah. Basically talked about how it's not a work. Like he's done. They gave him an offer and they gave him a 24-hour window to either accept it or not.
To sign.
According to him, he asked for an understanding of how they came to the number, and they wouldn't give him a reason how they came to the number. Now he wouldn't say what, whether it was less or more or whatever. He was being very professional in the interview. But I will,
because ultimately, going on top of all of this, he ultimately said he wants to go back to the WWE.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to do with his career.
And it is weird because he also kind of said a whole lot of nothing. Like it was a really long interview. That interview was over.
To say not much.
That interview was an hour long, and there was maybe 5 minutes of actual information. But there's just so many things about this, and it's not necessarily that there's a work, like they could. He just had a book that was released. He has a massive following. He has a massive viral following. And that is something that people need to understand better, is that can go away in a, with the snap of a finger. Like, and we're really,
and obviously, as we saw on Raw, there were no,
and
we want cross chants.
We're gonna see it, but I think what they're, if WWE and them are playing a game, they're playing a dangerous game. They're playing a dangerous game. This is what people are saying. That's being overused already. The bottom line is, there are a lot of things that make this sound like very similar to the Montreal screw work, in a way that they gave him an offer. It obviously wasn't a good enough offer, or he would have taken the offer. It obviously wasn't a holy shit, this is a great offer, go. There wasn't an offer for Scarlett, they said. Yada yada yada. I think they intentionally gave him a bad offer and they intentionally withhold the information from him so that he would have to not take the offer, so that he could go on to the indies with this viral following, pull a maybe go the route of Matt Cardona or something along those nature, where if he really truly has this viral following, the way people online are saying that he does. Now, granted, they were paying money. They were buying his merch. That's a true sign of real thing. But if that's the case, then they're going to buy his uncensored non-WWE, all the money goes to me merch even more. Yeah. And so what I mean is, so what I mean by all this is, they made a strategic decision, and it's because of how little he actually said that also makes me think this way. They could have made a strategic decision to not give you information so that you can go and tell everyone they wouldn't give me this information, and it's true and it's truthful. They wouldn't tell me why, so that he basically has no choice but to leave, to not take the offer, because he's going to do so much better on his own, on the independents right now, or someone else with a shit ton of money might come along and throw a shit ton of money at someone who's really hot right now in a demographic of people that might want to see him. Yeah. I think it's very strategic, and I think the way he's going about all of this is so corporate. It's so like he's speaking like the way a lawyer would tell you to say things. He's very, very, very almost like politically. He's speaking very politically. He is. And so it's just with all that, with the book tour, with there may be other things too that just are personal that no one knows. Like it could also just be the timing with everything else that's going on. It's like, listen, you're so hot right now, but we can't put you in the top spot where people are going to want, like, it may just be an unfortunate case of, we don't have anything for you that's going to satisfy your rabid fans. And, clearly, I don't know. And I think it's a very strategic move to let him go at the point where he's the hottest in a very niche market. Like in a very I really believe that. Not that it's a very feral, very vocal online and and in person. You see the people, but like I feel like it's still only a portion of the fan base. Those are fans of Karrion Kross. They're not WWE fans. They're fans of Karrion Kross, and that's the definitive, and that's the delineation. I don't know. There's something.
Yeah, there was obviously crossover. Like his crowd reactions are getting bigger and bigger, and I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was on the precipice of bleeding its way into like just general zeitgeist of how people.
But listen, there's
no
way that the idea that they would let him go because he got himself over in a way that that's bullshit. That's always, but we brought that up before. That's happened. That discussion with other people has happened. It's just stupid to think if it was just about the money, then the merch sales and all that would be, well, then let's make them more merch. Let's give them more stuff. Let's put them out there for more people to see them. There has to be other reasons, and the other reasons are being withheld. That's all there is. The other reasons, the real reason is being withheld by someone at some level, and I think it's wild. It's fascinating. Anyway, he only held the title for 4 or 3 days before it was.
He would have to relinquish the championship after suffering a separated shoulder in the match.
Yeah,
with Keith Lee.
Yeah,
so he didn't hold that for very long.
Yeah, so that was a very unfortunate.
So then NXT Super Tuesday, they would hold a Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Finn Balor, Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
Match ended in a tie between Finn Balor and Cole. And then General Manager William Regal would then schedule a match between the two for the following week, in which Finn Balor defeated Cole to win the vacant title.
So
this would be...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
Well, I was going to say this is Finn Balor's second title run, and it's also the longest distance in time between 2 title runs for the same person. So Finn Balor had his last NXT Championship 5 years before that, and had even been... Hell, between these 2 title runs, he had been on the main roster, won the Universal Championship and the Intercontinental Championship multiple times.
So
how about that?
This is what I found fascinating when take into account of what happened. So Kross gets injured. Obviously, they had plans for him. Obviously, they had some more. They must have had some more plans for him. Because he gets the championship back once he comes back from the injury. But in a business sense, they're like, well, shit, this guy with this larger than life aura who we had at the top spot just got taken out. We need someone else. We need a replacement. And one of the things that I remember Bruce Pritchard always saying on his podcast, when shit happens, when you can't give them when someone gets pulled out, you always try to replace it with someone bigger. If you have to make a replacement, you replace it with something bigger so that it's not a disappointment. And Finn Balor returning to NXT at that time period from the main roster.
I believe, if I correct, is probably one of the first ever to do.
Yeah,
that
someone of that level, I think. It was wild, but it was also just immediately accepted. Because Finn Balor is such a small guy, and there's all these small, fast guys and all this stuff. Like, he was back, and because he's been there, like, he's back at home. It was,
and also like it was a good opportunity for him because he kind of got a little lost on the main roster.
absolutely.
His character had got a little stale,
Yeah.
so this gave him a good opportunity to
Reinvent.
find this new character. And I guess the character he is now is an extended version of who he was in
Yeah,
NXT.
because he went through the whole X through the letters kind of
X thing,
thing,
which he still does.
which he still kind of does, and he still has never told anybody what it actually is going to mean when all four of them get crossed out. I don't know, because that hasn't happened yet.
No,
that hasn't happened yet. He won't say what it means.
No.
Anyway, so yeah.
But yeah, he would hold that champ 212 days.
Or 212 days.
And then, yeah, as you said, Karrion Kross would come back April 8th, 2021, stand and deliver night 2, and defeat Finn Balor for his second title run, which lasted 136 days.
Recognized as 136 days.
Which would then obviously lead to him debuting on Raw, and then the rest is history there. Just getting released after that.
He debuted with that awesome helmet.
Yeah.
Dude, you know me, man. You know me, man. Like it's the same thing with why can't I think of his old name? Dean Ambrose and the gas mask. Karrion Kross with the demolition kind of looking
mask,
thing.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it. I fucking loved it because it was different from what he did before. It was something different.
While I agree, it was like with Jon Moxley or Dean Ambrose, he was already a big star. To change his character slightly, kind of like they did with Seth Rollins, isn't the worst thing.
No, because he was stale as hell. He was stale as hell at that point.
But with Karrion Kross, his character in NXT had a great entrance. He had a great manageress in Scarlett, who was also part of the entrance.
Yeah.
She had a great entrance theme. He had a great gimmick. He had everything, the TikTok, everything was so good in NXT.
Yeah.
And then to bring him into the main roster, get rid of Scarlett, get rid of his great entrance, get rid of his amazing entrance theme, and just have him in this brand new gimmick, which you literally had no explanation for. He debuted with the helmet. They didn't even give him a chance to explain what the fuck it was. It was just like, you're just wearing this
because
now.
You're debuting as a monster. He was coming out as a monster.
It didn't make sense.
There was no sense. He was coming out as a big, scary monster to beat the shit out of him.
But why would you take something that worked so well and then immediately
because
get rid of
nobody because nobody who watched Monday Night Raw knew who he was. Like so many people.
I don't believe that, because there's so many people like Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn that they brought up to the main roster. And
this was still. This is still. We still see it from time to time. This is one of the issues. The overestimation of someone who it's been a continual problem. There's someone comes up from NXT who is over as hell, the biggest fucking thing. And then you let them do the exact same thing that they did, and then they drown. So they tried something different with him. They said, take away all the stuff, and let's see. Because dude, they gave, and I will give Adam Cole credit for this. He said one of the, and I'm going to be critical of it because to a degree, I think it was kind of true at the time. Adam Cole had the biggest fucking burn on him during their rivalry because he's like, take away your entrance, take away your valet, your wife, take away the entrance theme and the loud music and the lights, and it's the big gimmick. And you can go back to our earlier episodes. You could say I was critical of it for a time. I'm sure from all things, I've never met the guy, so I don't know. But from everything that everyone said, he's a great fucking guy, and I believe that. I'm not being critical of the man. I'm critical of a lot of the ways he was handled. And I
think he, it's. I mean, from what I've heard from in any interview with Karrion Kross, he fucking hated it.
Of course he hated it. Of course he hated it. Just like Cody Rhodes hated Stardust, and I fucking love Stardust. Just like everyone.
I think you're right. I think in the modern day of wrestling now, especially I think it's a very Vince McMahon move, and I don't think it's wrong. I think it's very Vince McMahon to go, here's something new, make it work, or that's that, or you don't.
Well,
right?
Let's see what you can do with a. I mean, if you want to call it a bad gimmick, the Ringmaster was a bad gimmick. Rocky Maivia was a bad gimmick. The fucking big dog, ice blue eyes Roman Reigns was a bad gimmick. Like there were.
I think what it is, it's just like when you get someone put onto the main roster and it's like, I think nowadays everyone's kind of given a bit more creative freedom. And when you give someone creative freedom, you're only going to get the best out of them because you're going to get the story they want to put across.
I think, but it's now, of course, I'm going to believe what he says as he says it for him. What I always look at, this is my perception of how I see a reason. The reason to do this is, like all of these other things, what can you do with this? When we strip away all this other stuff, what can you do with just the generic, this generic thing? And I was interested to this. I guess the way I should frame it, I was really interested to see what he was going to do with such a
I think
basic.
The bigger problem is
bland.
You're completely right.
Thing.
It would have been cool, but the same person that gave him that gimmick is the same person that 2 months later just released him, so we didn't even get to get a chance to see what that gimmick was going to lead into.
Yeah, and that's that. Well, I don't know, and yeah, Vince clearly did. Maybe he didn't give him enough time, or maybe the fact was this.
He debuted with that new gimmick, and he lost in his first match in like 5 seconds in a roll up.
Oh fuck yeah, I remember that. There was a lot of things rough with that. I don't know.
Like, that's not giving a person a chance to survive.
It's getting harder. It's getting
was
harder.
Cut in half.
It's getting harder and harder for me.
His entrance was cut in half with an ad break. He didn't even have a full entrance. He came out with half an entrance and got in the ring with Jeff Hardy, who's at the end of his career, and he lost to a roll up in like less than a minute.
There was so many things. So look at how much better he has it now than at that point. There's the bottom line. No, the bottom line is I'm standing by it. I'm standing by it because I still believe it. I was interested to see what could have happened, and I was disappointed. And I was disappointed that we didn't get to see it. And maybe. The very visible, he was clearly not happy with it. We all know that. He has said that he clearly wasn't happy with it. A lot of people weren't happy with it. And you know what happens is, unfortunately, sometimes in these situations, maybe was thinking, maybe instead of thinking, what the fuck can I do with this? What the fuck can I do with this? That disappointment seeps through. And it was just like with Jon Moxley. He just didn't want to do it. He just didn't want to do it. He couldn't get into it.
I get this as well. I didn't. I didn't realize this, but when he was, this makes it even worse. When Karrion Kross was brought up to the main roster. So by the way, he lost to Jeff Hardy in 1 minute and 40 seconds to a roll-up.
Okay, yeah.
When he was brought up to the main roster, he was the NXT champion at the time.
Oh, that's right. Wait.
And guess what? On NXT, he was still portraying week by week because he come up onto the main roster on the 19th of July, and he lost the NXT Championship on the 22nd of August.
Yeah, so there was...
So he was portraying two different characters in the same company at the same time.
Yeah, that's how... That's
a mess. That's a mess.
That's
two departments in the same company. That's a guy and his father-in-law not talking to each other.
That is, well, yes. Oh no, you're right. That was and wasn't that was during this time where everything was a fucking mess. This was post-pandemic. You're right, man. Everything was falling apart all over the place. He is clearly one of the people that suffered from a lot of chaos. But
yeah,
God damn it! I wish we would have seen what would have happened. I think there could have been something there. I think he could have done something with that. If given the chance,
I think that Karrion Kross is a damn good worker,
yes.
And I think he could have done
now,
that. But he was never given the opportunity. But the same damn guy that gave him the fucking opportunity.
But all of those things that happened definitely led into his return to the main roster and this character and all of these things. If we're going on the longest of long plays,
yeah. You wouldn't get there without the journey. Obviously,
Yeah.
the journey to begin with, and a lot of that's real life shit. And
yeah. So
anyway, he would only hold that championship for 136 days because on Takeover 36, Orlando, Florida, Samoa Joe would defeat Karrion Kross and again be the second person after Finn Balor to come back to NXT. After being on the main roster.
Another one of those.
Let
me hold on, because I don't know if you're going to say the same thing I was going to say. This was one of the things we mentioned in our thread with Danny the Brain, special counsel, which is funny that it's happening to Karrion Kross. Samoa Joe was the guy that they let go from the main roster, and everyone. Whoa, how could you do it? Let him go along with other people, and then he showed back up in NXT like the next week.
Yeah, pretty much.
So isn't it interesting that Karrion Kross, the person who beat him for the title, had a situation where he got released from the main roster and came back to NXT like a week later.
Who are we talking about here?
We're talking about Karrion Kross returning to NXT.
He didn't return to NXT.
No, I'm talking about now.
I'm
talking about now. Karrion Kross now coming back to NXT after a time.
Could happen.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Could happen
because Samoa Joe beat Karrion Kross for the NXT title, and he didn't, and his contract was not renewed, and then he showed up, and people had an outrage, and then he showed back up in NXT. Anyway. Yeah. Then it got vacated again after 21 days, recognized as 20 days.
Yeah, so he would have to relinquish the championship. So this kind of soured and ended up being the end of Samoa Joe's time in WWE.
Yeah.
So he only got COVID. That's all he got. And this is when, unfortunately, whatever you want to call it, at the time, Vince McMahon got control of NXT. Yeah. And obviously rebranded it to 2.0. And with that, just kind of took everything that was already existing and kind of flushed it down the toilet and made a hard reset. So Samoa Joe just he only had COVID, so he only would have had to been out for like a week or two. But he got vacated of the championship. They changed the direction of NXT, and off he went to. He got released, I think, soon after that.
Yeah. I don't think we see him after that.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
So then rebrand. We had a Fatal 4-Way. This is the first ever NXT 2.0. This was Fatal 4-Way for the vacated championship. LA Knight versus Pete Dunne versus Von Wagner versus Tommaso Ciampa. Remember that guy?
Von Wagner?
Yeah. That died a death. He has done not much since he left.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, made an appearance in a cameo appearance in AEW.
Oh.
I feel like everyone makes a cameo appearance in AEW.
As a security guard trying to break a.
As a security guard. Oh,
wow.
shit. Jeez.
Yeah. Mm.
And I made a debut at Ring of Honor in April, and that's the last we heard.
But
of
we know
anyway,
we know what Pete Dunne and LA Knight are doing. We know what Pete Butch Dunne.
Pete Butch Dunne, that's right.
Come on, man. That whole Butch thing was pretty funny too.
But hey, guess what? He got a chance to make it work.
Exactly. He turned it around. They turned it into a bit that they turned into a storyline, which was a pretty good storyline. They were able to salvage it, just like LA Knight did with his Max Dupree thing. Dude, there was a lot of good stuff happening. There was a lot of crazy things happening all and around this time when people from this era,
especially around this time. This is the floundering days of Vince McMahon. Yeah,
man. It was just death rattles.
It was a wild time.
It was wild. I think. Man. But there we go, Tommaso.
Yeah, remember that the end of 2021 when like half the fucking roster got released. That was wild,
dude. I know, right?
That was brutal.
Yeah. So in 112 days, recognized as 111 days, Tommaso Ciampa loses to
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker, the new boy on the block, coming in big.
That's right.
This is like his big. I don't think he was really even showcased at all before the hard reset to 2.0. Like he came out in the splashy, Nickelodeon colored, singlet too. He was all color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was very similar to his dad with the singlets his dad used to wear, like very similar, colorful, patterned colors and stuff. He would hold that championship for 63 days, couple of months. Roadblock. Dolph Ziggler, only 3 years ago, in a triple threat match with Tommaso Ciampa.
Dolph Ziggler in NXT. So
who Dolph Ziggler pinned? So Braun Breaker never actually was pinned.
Right. So this is now the third like main roster guy.
Dolph Ziggler, actually, this would signify the first ever time someone who has never been in NXT would come from the main roster and win the NXT Championship.
Oh, actually, because I guess technically Drew
in.
McIntyre has already been.
I guess so. But I guess in the sense because he left and came back, Dolph had always been there,
right? And
there was no like redevelopment. He just he was on both the main roster and NXT all at the same time.
I guess it's kind of true. Yeah.
So
unique unto himself.
Again, that would only be a month.
Dolph Ziggler, he is.
Yeah, very. Yeah. He'd only hold a championship for about 26 days.
I think he's currently
days.
one half of the tag team TNA tag team champions, right?
Yeah, with his brother, I believe. Yeah, I think you're right. And Braun Breaker would win the championship back.
Yes, he would.
September 4th. On September 4th, 2022 at Worlds Collide, Braun Breaker defeated Tyler Bate to unify the NXT United Kingdom Championship into the NXT Championship. The United Kingdom Championship was retired, with Breaker going forward as the unified NXT champion.
Right, yeah.
So that was on Raw? That happened on Raw.
That happened on Monday Night Raw. Wow, yeah.
I don't even remember that. But cool, that would signify the first time the NXT Championship would change hands on WWE, on a weekly, like on a Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or something, yeah. And the only time, actually.
Yep. Interesting.
Crazy. So that was 361, just shy of a year, he would hold that championship.
Which is great because you're showcasing Braun Breaker already to the Raw audience.
Exactly.
2 years before making his actual, debut.
Right. So Carmelo Hayes would defeat Braun Breaker at Stand and Deliver.
Yes, he would.
April 1st, 2023.
After 362 days, recognized as 361.
Yes, right. Carmelo Hayes would only hold that championship for 182 days.
Recognized as 182 days.
That's right. Defeated by Ilya Dragunov, and then he would only have the championship for 205 days, or 206 days, recognized as only 205.
Yes.
And
then here comes.
Now we're definitely entering the more current era.
Yes,
of
we
NXT.
get the kind of slow. It wasn't as harsh of a switch, but it kind of happened over like 2 months or so, where it sort of just rebrands. Well, let's see. This is 20. Yeah, because this is April 2024. They really start losing the tide, the bright colors around here. Like right after this, the logo is the same, but like it goes to more like I think it goes to more like monotone, or just black and white logos.
I think
more often,
like black and silver is what they went with, wasn't it?
Yeah, I do remember distinctly, like at some point around it, because October coming up is the debut on the CW. That's when they re-debut. They debut the whole new logo and everything. So anyway, standing. What are we? Spring break-in night 1. 206.
Trick Williams would defeat Ilya Dragunov in a match I remember, actually, quite a good match. If Trick Williams lost, he would have to have left NXT, which he obviously did not, because he's still about. Trick Williams would hold on to that championship for 75 days, recognized 74. Then to be defeated by Ethan Page in a championship reign that I have completely forgotten about.
Right.
In a fatal. Right, I just don't remember him holding. I know that he's been North American champion, and I can remember that really well. In fact, he still is, but I don't remember this title run. I don't know what the fuck it was. It's like a year ago.
Because he came in immediately. He was Ethan Page was. Where was he? Was he in AEW prior to this?
He was in AEW. That's where he made his name.
He was one of the first, he was one of the first to come over.
Even I say he's the first guy, first and only guy to come from AEW to win the championship.
And he got that title match immediately. So he came in and next week he was champion. That's probably why, because it happened so fast. And July 2024, what was going on around that time? I don't know.
Yeah, just so we know, like, he debuted in the WWE on May 28th.
Yeah.
And he won the championship on July 7th. So just like 4 weeks later, he was NXT champion.
Yeah. There was a lot going on. Yeah, Shawn Spears debuted during this time period too.
Yeah, and he was in the Fatal 4-Way match with Paige, Spears, and Siobhan Evans for that NXT championship, which he won.
Yeah.
And Siobhan Evans is the guy that got pinned. So Trick Williams never got pinned, and then he would then win that championship back. Trick Williams versus Ethan Page on NXT's debut on the CW, which was special guest referee CM Punk.
Real quick, speaking of Shawn Spears, I don't know if you've watched the WWE Unreal episodes on Netflix.
I've watched 2 episodes. I haven't got around to watching all of it yet. Just weirdly, randomly, there's a scene with Cody Rhodes on his bus, and Shawn Spears is just sitting on his bus with him. Yeah, they're good friends.
They are.
Yeah, they are. And that's the end of the show.
Shout out to Friends. No, there's wait. We got one more.
And then we got the current NXT champion, Obafemi, this year, January 7th, NXT New Year's Evil, would pin and defeat Trick Williams in a triple threat match, also involving Eddie Thorpe. And he's now on around 217 days plus at this time of recording.
Man, that's also crazy to think that triple threat match with Eddie Thorpe happened almost, like getting close to a year ago.
Yeah,
Eddie Thorpe. Did they released him from NXT? Right, he was one of the ones that
they released him.
Yeah. That I totally saw coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we are. 33 title reigns. Obafemi is running pretty strong. I mean, going 203 was Bobby Roode. Tommaso Ciampa's 238. What's let me see by days. He's still got Tommaso Ciampa 238, Bo Dallas 280, Adrian Neville 2. He's still got a ways to go. He's
the longest reign is still Adam Cole.
He's got 6 more guys. He's got 6 more people ahead of him, but he's closing in on Tommaso Ciampa's. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bo Dallas is 5th at 280. So he's 2 away from top 5 title reigns, longest reigns.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, there we go. Speaking of NXT, I think there's an NXT event coming up next week. I believe.
I'm not sure.
Well, anyway, we'll probably talk about it out.
There is. We could next week. I was thinking what we should review actually is next week. Tomorrow. At the time of recording, August 16th, Saturday night, is Triple Mania.
Oh!
Triple Mania 33.
Shit, yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So let's watch that and maybe review that.
Let's watch Triple Mania and review that. All right.
Fuck yeah.
That'll be next week. And then we also will figure out a secondary episode to record.
Yeah.
While I'm away. Doing other recording, doing music recording.
That's right. Singing recording and playing guitar.
All those things. Riverside Odds show August 30th. Gonna just shout myself out again because it's time for the shout outs. If I can find my note, here it is. Shout outs to Wikipedia. Support Wikipedia. Shout out to Al at 2K and Kaylee at 2K UK. WWE 2K25 is available now at WWE2K.com. You can subscribe. Whoa. Hold on. I almost spit my gum out. I almost spit out my Icebreakers Ice Cubes spearmint gum. Subscribe for free at patreon.com/Punks Talk Wrestling. Interact with us on social media, Instagram and Threads at Punks Talk Wrestling, youtube.com/Punks Talk Wrestling, or email us at punkstalkwrestling@gmail.com. We already just said what next week's episode is going to be. We're going to talk about Triple Mania. We could have a new Triple Mania.
Mania.
We might have to, Triple A Mania.
Triple A Triple Mania.
We could have a new Triple A Triple Mania Triple whatever their champion. Dirty Dom, the current Intercontinental Champion, is facing off in a fatal 4-way.
Yeah, against Dragon Lee and Grande America.
Yeah,
who knows what won.
That's interesting. Also, you know what? Let's before we're done. Yeah, we're not done yet. I need to get this out. Why is everyone immediately calling these other 2 masked guys El Grande Americano 2 and 3? They're clearly different masks. They're not the same mask at all. They're just red, white, and blue masks, but they don't have the little Wolverine horn things. They don't have the Grande Americano like flag. Like, those masks are not El Grande Americano masks. Why are people saying it's another El Grande Americano? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. What the fuck, people? What the fuck?
I don't know. I guess it's like a Grande Americano Uno and dos.
But it's not at all the same. Like, it's clearly not. The mask is just a normal. It honestly looked like a Rey Mysterio mask more than an El Grande Americano mask.
I think they're like a work in progress. It's like a faction. I think by the time Chad Gable comes back, what I see happening eventually is I would love to see it. I would love to see a fatal 4-way between all 4 Grande Americanos.
But you're not. But why would you? They're clearly on the same side as the main El Grande Americano. Why would
what
they
I think will happen is we'll have a faction with like the new ones, and then when Gable comes back,
Chad Gable
he'd
comes
be
back.
like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, well, yeah, there's gonna be something going on, but I just want to clear this up because El Grande Americano has not specifically stated anything about these other 2 people, but they're not. You can't.
I think it's a work in progress.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why would they say? Why wouldn't they just say, now who is this other guy in a mask? Who is this other guy? Like, with El Grande Americano, why would they say it's another El Grande Americano when it's clearly a different mask? That's all I'm saying. I don't accept the narrative that those other 2 are additional El Grande Americanos. They have to be individual other people. Something else. They cannot be El Grande Americano 2 and El Grande Americano 3. They have different masks. That's all. I'm rant over. Maybe we'll put this on Patreon at patreon.com/punkstalkwrestling. If you didn't hear my El Grande Americano rant, then it was on Patreon. So subscribe for free at patreon.com/punkstalkwrestling. Oh,
it was a great run.
That's great.
If it wasn't here, then it's there. You should hear it.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, I think we really are done now.
I think we really are done.
Would you like to end it the way we have been ending it for like the better part of 2 years now? Like, this is a long episode already. Like, it's been an hour. I've been recording for an hour and 50
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it.
All right, do it. Go, come on. The outro track is not gonna, last much longer. You gotta hit that. You gotta hit that spot.
All right, bye.